Jersey Governor Chris Christie is facing fresh new allegations now from the mayor of Hoboken, New Jersey, who alleges that Christie's administration threatened to withhold Hurricane Sandy recovery funds. Allegations are pretty stiff. She's even got this diary. It's she scribbled out and have you seen, by the way, her handwriting?
Yeah.
It's like a kindergartner wrote this thing.
Well, she was doing it on the way to Steve Kornacki's show, so forgive her for that.
Right now we have two politicians arguing over spending everyone else's money on their home state. The problem for Christie is all of this plays into a narrative which he has carefully cultivated.
There's also the problem of her contradicting herself.
Yeah, even if she felt battered by the governor's office, why would she come out and offer all this effusive praise for him after this supposed threat?
And if there's one thing I've noticed in life is if somebody says that they're willing to take a lie detector test and cross my fingers, swear to God, it reminds me of my 7-year-old nephew, who obviously just did the thing that he said. I'll take a lie detector test. I swear to Jesus.
The Oreos are all over his face.
I swear on your grave. I'm like, what?
Should we trust someone who uses her diary as evidence against someone? I mean,
look at this
if
thing I wrote.
If I used my diary as evidence against things that Chris Bedford has done to me over the years.
Actually, that'd be.
Well, actually, that would be pretty.
Well, there was a case.
Do you have a diary?
No, I can't.
There was a case during the Bill Clinton administration, dating myself, where somebody later alleged to have lied in their own diary.
Right.
I don't. Do you
That's
remember who
pretty
that was?
messed up. If you lie in your own diary, it's supposed to be you tell the truth.
I just lie to myself just to keep things on an even keel.
Right. Yeah.
Can't the NSA just settle this whole thing with Christie now? I mean, we keep talking about these two stories as if they're in isolation, but the truth is the NSA probably could actually settle this whole.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Well, they took down Petraeus. Now they can go after the next Republican president.
Turns out Dennis Rodman was pretty hammered the entire time he was in North Korea. Now his whole "I am a super diplomat to North Korea," gonna open up this country that just executes and destroys tens to hundreds of thousands of people is because he'd been drinking. Now, I've had some pretty rough benders in my life,
Right.
but nothing quite like
Nothing
this.
that sent you to North Korea.
Bigler, how does your weekend compare?
I can't talk about it here without getting
Because
fired.
you don't remember.
Yeah.
But you could have been in North Korea.
I could have been.
Here's the thing.
I gotta check
I like
my
to think
passport.
that Rodman actually just blacks out and ends up in North Korea.
Right. Maybe
He definitely does that.
maybe you've woken up. Not you, but maybe. This is theoretically, maybe you've woken up next to somebody that you don't recognize. Maybe you've ended up in a different city, but he may have gone to North Korea, inadvertently.
Completely hammered. Had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, that is a rough night.
What do we think he was on?
can-
I mean, he said he's going to rehab for alcohol abuse.
Well,
That couldn't have been it.
We all know that the reason Dennis Rodman goes to North Korea is because he gets to take advantage of an entire country that's ruled by a dictator and be his bro for a week and just hang out with the guy, smoke all the cigars he wants, have sex with all the North Korean women he feels like, and then eventually come home after being on this incredible bender that no one else in the world can experience because nobody else is as vile and disgusting. It's just Dennis Rodman being the same freak he's always been. He's going to come back and go to this so-called rehab. It's not going to change a thing about his life. He's had so many chances to actually get on the straight and narrow, and he continues to look like,
but do we want
like a
him on the straight
pincushion
and
with
narrow?
dyed hair.
Okay, I'm going to take the more compassionate
Oh.
position, which is to say, I think the guy really could have a problem.
Of course he
he has a
For a guy who's really famous for rebounds, he's never going to have one.